Have you ever flown across the United States? Look down from your window, you'll see vast, empty stretches, especially in the American West. States like Nevada seem endless, painted in brown and gold, but where are all the people? Why do we crowd into cities when there's so much open land? The answer is simple. Water. The American West is stunning, but it's also profoundly dry. For every river carving a green line, there are thousands of square miles of parched earth. We can build roads, power grids, and houses, but not life without water. The dream of new cities always comes back to this challenge. Where will the water come from? Our civilization is like a plant. Sunlight and soil are plentiful, but without water, nothing grows. The empty spaces aren't empty by choice, they're empty because they're dry. The story of the West is a story of searching for water. It's a story of ingenuity, struggle, and a dream not yet realized. Turning the desert green. As the world grows more crowded, we look at these empty lands with new eyes. We see not just desert, but potential, a canvas for our ambitions. But to paint on this canvas, we need a new palette, new sources of water. The quest is no longer just about finding water, it's about creating it, moving it, and imagining a future where the desert can bloom. The challenge of water defines the future of the West. Can we overcome it? That's the question that will shape the next century. The answer will determine whether these empty spaces remain barren, or become home to new cities. The West waits, thirsty for a solution. The future depends on how we answer the call of this land of thirst. The next chapter is ours to write. Will we find a way to make the desert bloom, or will we leave it empty, a testament to the limits of our ambition? Let's compare two states, Nevada and Ohio. They're similar in size, but their stories are worlds apart. The difference: water. Ohio is laced with rivers, bordered by Lake Erie, and gets about 40 inches of rain a year. This abundance has made it a land of green fields, forests, and thriving cities. Nevada, by contrast, is the driest state in the nation, just 10 inches of rain a year, most of it as mountain snow. The Colorado River barely touches its southern tip, a lifeline in a sea of sand. Ohio's population, nearly 12 million, Nevada's, just over 3 million, mostly clustered around Las Vegas. Ohio's population density is 288 people per square mile, Nevada's is only 28. The difference isn't the land, it's the water. Water is what makes land livable. In Ohio, water is a given. In Nevada, it's a luxury. The invisible lines of rainfall and rivers have drawn the real borders of our civilization. Water is wealth, it's destiny, it's the engine of growth. Without it, land is just scenery. With it, land becomes home. Nevada's empty spaces aren't a failure of imagination, they're a testament to nature's power. To unlock the West's potential, we must solve the riddle of water. We must learn to do what nature hasn't, make the rain fall where we want it, make rivers flow where they're needed. The future of the West depends on our ability to rewrite the map with water. The challenge is clear. The solution will define the next era of American growth. Will we find a way to bring water to the desert, or will the West remain a land of empty promise? The answer is up to us. The story continues. How did dry places like Southern California and Florida become so populated? The answer: massive engineering. Los Angeles was once a small town in a semi-arid basin, Miami a swampy outpost. Both were transformed by moving water. In the early 1900s, Los Angeles built the Los Angeles Aqueduct, over 230 miles long, diverting water from Owens Valley across the desert. This single project let LA become a sprawling metropolis. Later, the California State Water Project turned the Central Valley into one of the world's most productive farmlands. Florida's challenge was too much water. Engineers drained the Everglades, dug canals, and built levees, making way for cities like Miami. These projects show that where nature doesn't provide, engineering can. The growth of California and Florida was a choice, a bet on controlling water. For a century, that bet paid off. Now, we must ask, can we make that bet again, on an even grander scale? The next chapter will require even bolder ideas. The lessons of the past show us what's possible, but the future will demand more. Can we engineer a new era of abundance, or have we reached the limits of what we can move and build? The answer will shape the destiny of the West. The old ways of moving water are reaching their limits. Rivers are shrinking, snowpack is unreliable. We need new ideas. The dream now: create water from the limitless ocean. Enter desalination, removing salt from seawater. Once too expensive, it's now becoming possible with new technology. Imagine vast solar farms in Nevada powering massive desalination plants on the coast. The sun's energy could create billions of gallons of fresh water from the Pacific. The challenge moving that water inland. Picture Grand Canals, hundreds of miles long, powered by solar pumps, carrying water over mountains into the heart of the West. These man-made rivers could refill lakes, create new reservoirs, and become the centers of new cities. Israel already gets most of its drinking water from desalination. The dream is to scale that up, to turn a continent's scarcity into abundance. A West where water is a product of ingenuity, not just a gift from the sky. The only barriers are cost and scale. The technology exists, the vision is clear. The question, do we have the will to make it real? The future of the West may depend on it. What if even solar-powered canals aren't enough? Time for wild ideas. Some propose towing icebergs from the Arctic or Antarctic, giant mountains of fresh water, wrapped and dragged to dry coasts. Once there, they'd melt, releasing billions of gallons of pure water. The logistics are daunting, but the scale is captivating. Others imagine building artificial mountains, giant structures to force moist air to rise and create rain where deserts now reign. Computer models suggest it could work, but the cost would be astronomical. These ideas stretch the limits of what's possible. Are we content with the geography we inherited, or will we dare to reshape it on a planetary scale? The dream of re-engineering our world isn't just American. The UAE is seriously studying iceberg towing to fight water scarcity and even alter local climate. In Iceland, engineers redirected lava flows with seawater, turning disaster into new land. China is planning a space-based solar power station, giant satellites collecting sunlight and beaming energy to Earth. That energy could power desalination plants and water pipelines. Some dream of giant mirrors in space, bouncing sunlight to Earth to melt glaciers or light up the night. These are visions of a future where we're not just inhabitants, but caretakers, wielding the tools of the cosmos. Around the world, bold ideas are taking shape. The question is, which will become reality? The race is on to harness nature and reshape it for the future. The stakes are high. The possibilities are limitless. The world is watching. Grand visions inspire, but reality bites. The biggest obstacle is cost. Trillions of dollars, global cooperation, and political will. Environmental risks are huge. Dams change ecosystems, draining wetlands destroys habitats, and towing icebergs could disrupt ocean life. Many mega projects never leave the drawing board. Even the Central Arizona project, a fraction of these dreams, took decades and billions to build. Technology is powerful, but not a magic wand. For every triumph, there's a cautionary tale. As we dream of turning deserts into gardens, we must stay humble. The natural world is complex and demands our respect. Maybe the future isn't about conquering nature, but living in harmony with it. In Los Angeles, the Wallace-Annenberg Wildlife Crossing is a bridge for animals, not people, reconnecting habitats split by a 10-lane freeway. Instead of forcing animals to adapt, we adapt for them, a bridge covered in soil and plants, letting wildlife cross safely. It's a marvel of engineering, but its goal is to heal, not dominate. It's a symbol of a new kind of thinking, using technology to restore, not just reshape. We've seen the challenge of water, the dreams of new rivers, and the wildest ideas of all. But maybe the most powerful vision is a simple bridge, where ingenuity meets wisdom. A future where we build not just for ourselves but for all life. That may be the grandest vision of all. The journey continues. The West waits for its next chapter. The choice is ours. What will we build next?